What's up, guys? Will here, and I just wanted to let you know that the clip you're about to watch is just a short highlight of a full episode of our Gaming on the Block podcast. If you want to check out the full episode where we talk more NFT gaming, Web3, all that fun stuff, make sure to check out the link down below in the description. With that said, enjoy the clip.
And so let's maybe pivot to the point that you were raising about mobile games, because mobile is definitely an interesting market here for Web3. One of the projects that I had a chance to do an interview with the founder, with Ryan Horgan at Artiverse, is building on mobile. There's a number of other projects that I'm following that are that are building on mobile too. And we do know that a majority of revenue for the gaming industry comes from mobile now. These, whether it's fast casual games or whether it's more involved community-based games where you've got guilds or clans or whatever that are playing in the mobile space. So I'm curious how you all see this evolving, because we've got mobile games and console games and PC games, and we've got likely virtual reality and augmented reality games that are going to continue to expand. Where do you all see the future of gaming in general across these different types of platforms? Do we see distinctions continuing to be made for forever? Are we going to see more cross-platform games in the Web3 space? So maybe, Will, I'll throw it over to you to start off for this one.
Yeah, man, that's an exciting question. I think we got to see some like good changes for console gaming in order for it to continue. Like, because when I grew up, console gaming was like, that was it. Like you played on console. I never played on PC growing up until like teenage years, I suppose. But now, I don't know, console gaming is kind of like, I thought VR was going to be the next thing. Now I think Web3 is going to be the next thing. I just think console gaming is, I don't know, slowly dying in a sense, but I hope I'm wrong on that, because I am a console gamer at heart. But like in the future, I believe mobile gaming, once again, like mobile gaming, I think will bring the masses to Web3. I think the mobile games that come out and do it well, that's why I'm so excited about Gabe from Game of War coming on and doing this with the backing that they have. I see that being the big one. Like that's when Web3 will bring in the masses, whether or not they realize it's Web3 or not. Because I think the games that manage to do it like very subtly, like you almost don't notice that it's Web3 because it's so casual. It's so like, oh, it's just like a Web2 game. Oh, I own some Sol now. I own some ETH now. I didn't know about that. Or, it's just a part of the game instead of the useless coins that you earn in the game. Like any other regular game. But I'd love to keep this conversation going. TC, what do you think?
I'm curious. So, Will, you said you're a console gamer, right? Annie, what about you, bro? Man? What's your favorite? You got a PS? Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'm mixed. I would say that I grew up on PC games primarily. I'm dating myself a little bit. I started on console because that's really all that was out when I was a kid. But I quickly moved over to PC and Mac games as I was growing up. And I was not so keen on the concept of mobile when we started to see Farmville and some of these other games that were becoming popular back a decade or so ago. But over that time period, just because my personal situation changed, having kids and being able to not step away for multiple hours at a time as much, made it more important for me to have the ability to game mobily. And so that's really, unless I am 100% committed to playing a game that's PC and I know I'm going to be able to allocate the time for it, I now tend to default to look for something on mobile if I'm looking for something to get involved in. And for me personally, it's been Clash of Clans and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for the last almost decade or so now, where I played each of those for years and years and years. Clash of Clans with family and friends for years, and the same for Swoga. And so I've been more recently mobile. I do love PC games still. So whether it was Path of Exile or Elden Ring, or you take your pick from some games that have been popular over the last 10 years. I still try and get to 1 or 2 of those a year. I just don't quite have the capacity that I would like to be able to invest in those. So
now, that was a pretty good one if you ask me, but the full episode is so much better. Once more, if you want to check out the full episode, it's linked down below in the description. You can find it on my co-host Animosita's channel, and I guarantee that'll be worth your while. Check it out, and I thank you once more for watching.